it's Jen Bingle here from Out of This World Literacy. We're in the middle of a mini-series that offers 10 helpful pieces of advice for new teachers in each episode. The mini-series began in episode 111 if you'd like to go back and have a listen to any of the other episodes. All of this incredible advice came straight from teachers just like you. I don't know about you, but as teachers, sometimes we need all the advice we can get. There are so many talented teachers that are in my curriculum group on Facebook. I asked them to finish this statement. The one piece of advice I would offer to a newish teacher is blank because blank. I got so many amazing responses that I wanted to share them all with you today and throughout this mini-series. Let's get started with the top 10 for today. Therese says, my best advice for a newish teacher is to make sure you have great classroom management, because if you do not, then your students will not listen and instruction will be difficult for your students in classroom. Chris says, my best advice for a new teacher is to build relationships with your students, with the parents, and with the coworkers. Jennifer says, my best advice to a newish teacher is to form relationships with your kids, because if you show you truly care about them, they will work hard and be the best kids they can be. And this kind of theme has come up in each episode. Form those relationships with the kids. That's why you're there. And Dina says, my best advice for newish teachers is to use call outs in your class to get their attention, because it works without using your teacher voice and they enjoy making up their own. So if you say peanut butter, they say jelly, and do different call outs to get their attention. That's good advice. Melissa says, my best advice for a new teacher is to find an organization system that works for you and also be consistent with all your classroom procedures. Also, have fun. There may be some tough days, but think about the lives you are impacting each day. That's such a great point, because we don't really realize how much of an influence we have on each one of those students for the rest of their lives. We're like their mothers and fathers for that year, and it has a huge lasting impression on them. So just don't forget that part. Nicole says, my best advice for a newish teacher is don't forget about your family during the hectic school year. You can't do it all the first year, and you will learn so much. Amy says, my best advice is believing in yourself and do what's best for your students, because they're worth it. Jackie says, my best advice for a new teacher is to get to know your secretary and janitors. They can be so helpful, and I am sure to thank them throughout the year. This is huge, and this is something I always did. I made best friends with every janitor that I ever worked in the building with, and every secretary. They are the people who really run the ship at the school, so make friends with them right away. My best advice comes from Natalie here. My best advice for a newish teacher is connect with your team and don't be afraid to ask for help, because your first year can be overwhelming and you will need the support of your team. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's what strong people do. They recognize that they don't have it all alone and they ask for help. Good luck. Teaching is such a rewarding profession. It's never too late either. I entered when I was 50 years old. Love this advice from Natalie. I hope you enjoyed these tips for new teachers. Even if you're a veteran teacher, there may be a few pointers that will offer simple reminders or mind shifts for you going into the new school year. It's been my pleasure chatting with you today. Know that I am the biggest fan of the work that you and your students are doing in the classroom. If you'd like more teaching tips, you can check out outofthisworldliteracy.com. If you'd like to attend some free live webinar trainings on literacy instruction and receive a certificate of participation, visit jenbengalwebinars.com. Until next time, you've got this.